Hey there, how's everybody doing? Now, I said I was going to talk about a little bit of everything in my videos, so I hope this holds your attention. I want to talk to you about prepping. As I've stated before, once upon a time, I still have a prepping channel. I just don't post on it anymore. But prepping, what is prepping? What is a prepper? A prepper is someone who prepares for certain emergencies. Emergencies come, many of them are beyond our control, but we have to focus on what we can control. And what we can control are the things that we have stored in our home or in a place that's accessible, readily accessible for us to get to in case of certain emergencies. So, being a prepper, I started prepping back in 2000, around 2020, I believe, right around the time when the big C hit the scene. I was looking at TV and seeing all of those people standing in those long lines just to get in, only to find out everything was gone. For the life of me, I don't know if anybody ever figured out why everybody was taking all the toilet paper. I don't get it. Don't know. But just know when emergencies arise, people want to go buy all the toilet paper. So stay stocked up on your own toilet paper at your own free will way ahead of time before any emergencies happen. That was the most funniest thing to me. I just never got it. But when that time was going on, I was seeing those people in those lines. I mean, Costco, Walmart, people were just losing their mind. Grocery stores. And I mean, when situations like that happen, people are not nice. That's why you should prepare. So when situations, nobody saw that coming, that came just straight out of the blue. Now, for people who have already been prepping, it was nothing to them. You have people that canning, and that's when you have the mason jars, and they have different foods and recipes, and you put them in pots of water, and you pressure cook them, and they last for years and years and years. So you have some people who've been prepping for years, and they were good. I was kind of good because I had already had, enough toilet paper. I had already had enough of what I needed for my family, but nowhere near as much as I have now. Now, the other reasons why you should prep, I said for emergency purposes, or, you want to say natural disasters, but sometimes even those natural disasters, your preps may not do you much good, all depending on what the natural disaster is. However, my saying is this: prepare for something that may be unexpected. A power outage. A power outage, you have candles, you have flashlights, you have matches, whatever's going to give you an alternate source of lighting. If your budget can, if your budget allows for it, have solar powered generators. I have a few. So that way, if you have food in refrigerators, you can at least plug in your refrigerator, or if you have deep freezers, to preserve your food for a great amount of time. And then it's solar powered because it gets the energy from the sun to power up your generators, and they run like that. Now they can be pricey. I haven't priced them in quite a while, but go on Amazon, look at other prepping channels, YouTubers who talk about generators. They give their reviews on certain generators that could help you. Reasons, let me give you a few examples of reasons why you should prep. First of all, let me tell you things that you should prep in addition to generators. Extra food, canned goods. They last a long time. Powdered, like drinks, like Kool-Aid or what have you. An abundance of water. Medical supplies like Band-Aids, alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, just different things in those areas. Sewing kits, things you can trade or barter with somebody else. You may have toilet paper, somebody might have a can of beans or a bag of rice or a bag of sugar. What I did was I was buying big bags of sugar and flour, condensed them or measured them out into 1 cup, 2 cups, into a brown paper bag, folded them down, and vacuum sealed those bags. So if I ever had needed to barter with somebody, oh, hey, I got some sugar for your flour, or I got some flour for a roll of toilet paper, things like that. Extra toothpaste, extra medicine, cough medicines. You can get them from Dollar Tree all day long, but just make sure you pay attention to the expiration dates. So things of that nature is what you want to stock up on in your preps. Depending on what area you live in, what city, what state, you may want to have tents, like camping tents. Because let's say, for instance, it's cold and you can't get any heat. Well, instead of trying to take a heater and heat up one big room, which you can do that too, but you also want to have like a tent because body heat helps also. So if you have that tent and everybody just huddles up in the tent for warmth. The other thing I do is I keep all old blankets, comforters. I do not throw them away. I take them. If I buy a new set, I put the old set into the plastic that they come in. I wash the old set, put them in there, zip them up, and stack them away. Because you just never know. You go through a period of cold, and then you out of covers. You want to have enough blankets to keep you and your family warm. So that's something else that I do. Again, I mentioned matches. Stay stocked up on batteries and check them frequently. I have a case that holds batteries, so you may want to do that. And the other thing is, okay, let's say you have food, right? Well, how do I cook this food? All this food, all these canned goods I got, this rice, this water. How do I cook it if I have no gas? Glad you asked. What you want to do is you want to have portable gas stoves. I have about 4. Each of them are like one little burner on top of your stove. So each portable gas stove equates to one burner on the stove. So I have 4. So if I need to cook, I have my portable gas stoves. Make sure you also continue to buy butane cans. Those go with the portable gas stoves, and that's how you cook. I've done videos showing how you set up the whole stove, put the butane can in, and turn the stove on. I'll do another one on this channel. I think I did one on this channel. I don't remember, but if not, I will. So make sure you are subscribed. So when I do that video, if you're interested in knowing something like that, you know how to feed your family. So then we have that. Okay, so now we have our food and our water and our drinks. We have our way to cook our food. Make sure you, stay stocked up on plastic eatery, cutlery, or you can have regular cutlery, however you want to do it. But you want to be able to eat your food, right? So, you see how people are losing jobs, just being laid off, these mass layoffs. It's really sad. So just think, if you were a prepper and that happened to you, But you have a pantry full of food, full of toilet paper, all of your essential needs. Excuse me. All of your essential needs. And then you got caught up in some kind of a layoff. Just horrible. You were prepared for such a time. Your family should never have to miss or skip a beat in how they live if you were preparing ahead. Now, of course, nobody ever wants to think they're going to lose their job. But if you look at what's going on today, and this is not fear mongering for those who may want to chime in and say that, this is just education. This is just being proactive opposed to being reactive. We never want to be on the back end. We always want to be 10, 15, 20 steps ahead. So I'm just sharing with you what I've done, and take what works for you, leave the rest. In the comment section, if this is something that you do or you've done, leave the comment. Let somebody know what it is that you do, maybe why you did it. You never know what may help others. Okay? So anyway, that's another reason to be a prepper or look into being a prepper. I understand everybody's financial situation is different. I get that. Do what it is you can do on your level for your peace of mind and for your protection for anything happening down the line in the future. Again, I've already said, I understand we cannot prepare for every major catastrophe, but a lot of people misinterpret or misunderstand what a prepper is and why. A lot of people think people prep for doomsday or the end of the world. Well, that's kind of ridiculous, because if it's the end of the world or doomsday, there's nothing you could do with the items anyway, because everything's going to be gone, right? And you just never know, all depending on what the major catastrophe or situation was. There may be some of your preps that may have been salvaged that you could still utilize. So you just never know. My thing is this: I'd rather have and not need than to need and not have. Okay? So, hence the reason for prepping: job loss. You can go several months, maybe a year, all depending on how you prepped, while you get yourself in a position to find another job or to find employment. But you and your family will still eat and still live the way you needed to live, or the way you were living, until you're able to get a job or do whatever it is you need to do to get back on track. And once you do, you pick right back up, replenishing your preps that you've utilized. Another reason why you should prep: illnesses. They can come out of nowhere. For instance, 2016, for those of you who don't know my story, I was diagnosed out of nowhere with a rare autoimmune illness. It is called neuromyelitis optica. And I was away from my house and my children for about 4 months, trying to go get better, rehabilitation, all these tests, physical therapy, just a gamut of things. But my household never skipped a beat. Now, I wasn't a prepper back then, but I've always been a good steward of my finances. That's another thing. Be a good steward of your money. So I've always made sure I've had a cushion. So when that happened to me, I wasn't able to go to work. But my children never wanted for anything. My household never wanted for anything. We were good. And so again, prepping came into play around the big C time. I've never been one to wait till I got to 1 or 2 rolls of toilet paper, though, to run out to the store and get more toilet paper. And that, I think that is what happened with a lot of people. You gone? Okay, drive safe. Love you. Huh? Yes. I think that is what happened. Why you need me? With a lot of people. And if you have medical equipment, please, 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 when you can afford it, have a generator, a solar power generator, like I mentioned. But for the most part, I didn't want this to be very long, but I wanted to squeeze in as much as I could about prepping and the importance of prepping. Couple of reasons why. So I've already mentioned natural disasters, emergencies, blackouts, job loss, illnesses. And those are the reasons why you should consider prepping or becoming a prepper. There's nothing wrong with the term. I think some people don't like the term prepper for whatever reason. Call it whatever you want, but just do it. Just get it done. Have these things in place. Oh, and the other thing I want to mention real quick before I let you go. Money. Don't keep all your money in the bank. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying. The way things are going, you want to always make sure you have access to your funds. Keep enough money in the bank to cover whatever bills you need to pay out of your bank. The rest of your money, find something to do with it. Bolt a safe down somewhere in your place, somewhere that people wouldn't normally look or a thief wouldn't look. But there are plenty of videos about that as well. And when you have money on hand, when you keep cash on you, always try to keep cash on you as well. Even though they're going over into a digital era for right now, keep cash on you and keep it in small increments. Like no hundreds, because what if you go to the store and they can't break your $100 bill or your $50 bill? Keep it in low denominations, ones, fives, tens, maybe 20s, but low denominations of money. So when you go to spend it, if they can't give you they can't give you change, you're not losing out on a lot. So anyway, those were the last few points that I wanted to share. Hopefully you share this video with some people. Hopefully it's helped. Maybe some people don't even think about prepping, never thought about prepping. But as the channel is growing, I just want to try to give as much information that's relevant and that's helpful to as many people as I can. So in the comment section, again, let me know if you're a prepper or if you have prepped or if you're thinking about it now at this point. Give the video a thumbs up. Share the information. If you're not a subscriber, I encourage you to subscribe because I got some good information always coming to you guys. Next, I'll probably throw in a little information about silver. But I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. When you do subscribe, and if you are a subscriber, please make sure that you hit the notification bell. Excuse me, so that when I put out new videos, you are alerted and you can hear the next video with all this great information I have to share. Thank you so much for everybody who's already subscribed. Thank you for taking the time to watch the entire video. It's really helping my channel. My channel is really growing and I'm so excited. So I'm close to 500. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Prep. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, you don't want to run out of that toilet paper.